So the biggest mistake I see businesses make with their content is that they share jokes, they share irrelevant things just to get attention, which is going to get them attention, but not so much leads or sales. And instead, I think most businesses have this limiting belief where they think they're boring, but they actually have really interesting things, because what is interesting for humans, it's basically solving problems. That's like one of the most interesting things for us. And businesses, what do? They solve problems. So all the problems that they solved for their clients is super interesting stories. Like one of my clients, they can share stories about how they helped a client, for example, heal their trauma and their people-pleasing syndromes. Now, this affects their health inside, but it also affects their whole family. So then you can have stories like, well, from her husband's perspective, which could be super interesting, or from their kids, or how much money they made. She made more after doing all the internal work, and suddenly she's not a people pleaser, and now she makes much more money, and her career has changed completely. So those are all really interesting things that a business can share and show how they help their clients change their lives, basically. Because this is what businesses do often. Like a small project, maybe not, but high ticket things, they really change lives. Also, if it's like business to business, there is a lot of really interesting insights. Even if it's trading or it's Bitcoin and like boring topics like that, you still have a lot of really interesting details about corruption, about inside information, what's going on in the companies, what is going on in the competitors, how do they learn from the market, what's the future prediction. All those things can be really, really interesting. And it's all about problems and solutions. Instead of just making jokes and being funny online, I think they can better show problems and solutions that they help solve.
Oh, it's great. I think I need to do also in my Instagram.
Yeah, you have an Instagram yourself as well. How is it going with your Instagram?
Not so good.
So, okay, well, what do? You help women make a big ass.
I need to show their way to solve their problems.
Yeah. What is their problems?
Not a healthy lifestyle. They fat sometimes, and
okay, so you're a health coach, right?
Yes.
You help women with going to the gym. You're a fitness coach.
Yeah, I'm a fitness coach also.
Yeah. So you think their problem is being fat and lazy?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what if I tell you this is not their main problem? Their real problem is that they want to find a partner.
Yeah, of course. It's a main motivation of a lot of women.
Exactly. Everyone is motivated to find a partner, right? Their dream
and
partner.
They have sex.
Well, it's more than sex, it's love, right?
Oh.
But yeah, so what you saw that worked really good for your Instagram is posting dating advice, right? Or dating life in Bali. Because all of your followers are from Eastern Europe. Instead of like you could show also like all the tricks you have to be more confident and be less lazy and be more fit in their cases. You could do that. But you could also, I think, help them find their right partner. So show them how beautiful the men here are, because it's super relatable, right? And you can show them your story that I don't know if you used to be fat or if you used to be like lazy, but you can show that this is how I looked before, this is how I looked after, and this is the man I used to have before, and this is the man I have now, right? How interesting is that?
Yeah, life's changing.
Well, show how it's changing. When you say life is changing, that's boring. But when you show the man that you're with, now that's interesting.
It's a great idea.
Right? Or when you show how you used to look like, also interesting. So that's one way you can make a lot of content and get a lot of clients. Because you saw that it already went viral for you, doing like... Because everyone thinks about like partners and being with men, being with women. And you can even give like dating advice like, oh, if I show my butt like this, now men look at me more, right? Or if I do this exercise in the gym.
I don't have dating advices.
Yeah, but you can make.
I think it's
different niche.
Yeah.
No, but okay. For example, this is how I found my. I used to date with those kind of people, and now I date with those kind of people, and this is how I do it. And then you show that you go to the gym and you do a really sexy pose, and now all the men come to you.
Very sexy exercises.
Yeah, and you can show that, right? You can have like also just a reel where you do sexy exercise and you see all the men like turning around and being like, oh my god,
oh my god, sorry.
But that's good content. That's interesting content. That's how you can blow up and get more clients, I think.
But what do you think? It's not so serious content, and it's not so.
You can make it serious. You can make it a little bit fun and a little bit serious. If you share a real story of your clients, hey, she was dating alcoholists and she was dating like not so good men, and then we worked together. We lost 10 pounds, and now she's dating gym guys who are super healthy, running at 6 a.m. And she got married and have 2 kids, and all of that in 3 months.
Oh, wow. It's not so true, but okay.
It's an example. But those kind of beautiful stories that you have about your clients, very authentic, that's very beautiful, very relatable, or your story. But then people connect to you because people love storytelling, but about problem and solution, always.
So tell me about why you decided to start in a book and how it depends with the dating and to growing business.
Right. Yeah. So I have a book that I write about how dating is exactly the same as business. And I started writing this because I used to be really, really bad at dating. Naturally, I was quite good at business, or I was always like a people pleaser. So I was always like trying to be good at business and to help my clients. Being a people pleaser in dating as a man, that's not really a good thing. So I was really struggling. I actually never got a woman that I wanted. I always saw them falling in love with the ugliest boys in the school. And I was so confused. I thought like, oh, if I like a woman because she's super pretty, then she might like me because I'm pretty as well. But I didn't understand that what women like and what men like is not the same. And I grew up in a feminist kind of environment also.
Good.
So I was like, oh, we are equal, we're the same. And all the girls that I met, they were telling me, oh, we are all the same. There's no difference. So I was like, okay, maybe there's no difference. So I was struggling. And then I started learning that there is a difference, and once you create a difference, then you can create attraction, because women were never attracted to me. So to get this attraction, you gotta be in your masculine, and then you attract the feminine. Because if you're both in the masculine or in the feminine or in the middle, then there's no attraction. So that was one of my biggest lessons. And then I moved here to Bali, and I saw the most beautiful people I've ever seen. All the men are super big and masculine.
Yeah.
You know that as well.
Yeah, no.
And so I was like I'm not big enough. I'm not pretty enough. I need to work on myself now. And all the most beautiful women I've ever seen. But then the most interesting thing is that I met here, all my friends here are entrepreneurs. Everyone who lives in Bali is an entrepreneur, and they're really interesting people. And then one of my friends told me that what he does, he goes every day to the beach. He has to approach 10 women every day. So he goes for
10?
1 hour.
Wow.
Every day to approach 10 women. And then, well, I think like, well, that's super brave. I love that. But the natural question is, what's your conversion rate? How many leads do you get from it? Right? So it's like cold calling or like going to businesses door to door. So it's like sales. And it was a funny conversation. It started to be really funny, but then I started connecting the dots. And so what's your lead, like how many leads do you get from it? Okay, how many do you close? How many do you kiss at the end? How many Instagrams do you get? All those questions. And then I realized like it's exactly the same, just what we value is different. And I started realizing this especially when I started hiring people, because for the first time I felt like a woman. And I thought that dating is the biggest waste of my time. Like every time I went on a date, it never worked out. I never got what I wanted, always disappointed. And then I just didn't understand women. They were like always like, oh, all the men are stupid. I cannot find a good one. No one understands me, all those things. And then when I started hiring people, I felt the same way. I hired people. I made a post in some like hiring platforms, and then I get 50 people who reach out to me. Everyone sends the same message. No one understands what you want. Everyone makes empty promises. And I felt lonely. I felt like no one understands me. And I felt exactly like a woman would describe in a dating pool. And I got too much messages, right? Which is exactly what happens to women. And then I understood like, oh my God, this is exactly like Tinder for women. They get too much attention, too much messages. All the messages are the same. Everyone is like, oh, like for me, everyone was like, oh, stop searching. You found me. I'm the best fit for your job. I'm going to be perfect for you. I'm going to promise you all those fake promises. They don't know nothing about my company. They don't know any. It's just a ridiculous thing.
Oh, yes. I know.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I know about it all.
And
I have a lot of men on my direct on Instagram, the same messages, the same promises. I understand you a lot.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, well, now I understand what women think, how women feel. And since I shifted that, since I realized this and I made this connection, suddenly dating is not a waste of time. Women are not a waste of time, because I thought women are a waste of time. And now I connected all the skills that I had in business into dating, and suddenly like dating becomes really interesting because I learn about myself as being an employer. And I start thinking like, okay, I am an employee now. I am getting the job from the woman, right? She has more value than me at the beginning because she has more attention, right? She has more options. So I need to show her that I'm also at the same level. And then, right? And at the beginning, it's like a business. You got to give 2 compliments. And then you got to tell them, hey, but I see a problem. Let me help you fix that. So it's like with women, like this is the best thing to do in business. Hey, I saw your like sending a message like, hey, I saw your profile. I love your content. I looked at all your videos. I love this, but I do see that the thumbnails can be better, for example. If I get a message like this, I love it. I love this message. I will answer. Same things for a woman. Hey, I love your energy.
More details. You can.
I love, I love your energy. I love your eyes. But I see that you don't have confidence so much. And I found some tricks to get confidence. Do you want to hear about them?
Oh. It's interesting.
You know what the best thing for confidence is? Being with a boy, being with me.
Oh.
And you're the solution now.
Yeah.
No,
It's
actually, a side thing, I did found what is the best thing for confidence. Do you want to know?
Of course.
So for kids also, like how do you raise a kid to have the most confidence? Is basically by by him having a lot of people that he loves. So it's not about the quality of relationships he has, it's about the quantity. So if, for example, you are a mother and you're the only one who loves the kid and who he feels good with, then he is dependent on you, because then he becomes a people pleaser, because if you're mad, now he has no one. But if he has 100 mamas or 100 people who love him, right? He has papa, he has mama, he has brothers, he has uncles, he has grandma, he has grandpa, he has all the neighbors, he has friends, all of that. Now it doesn't matter if one relationship breaks and he gets someone mad. He has all the 95 other people who love him. So that builds confidence.